Have you ever felt invisible in a room full of people? Like you're surrounded by voices, laughter, conversations, and yet none of them reach you? If you have, you're not alone. In fact, loneliness has become a silent epidemic. And in a world that celebrates constant connection, likes, shares, messages, screens, many of us are still quietly whispering the same question. Does anyone really see me? This isn't a flaw in you. This isn't proof of your unworthiness. It's a deeper signal, a calling back to something real, something ancient, something human. This is a meditation not just for the mind, but for the soul, a guided remembrance that you are part of something far greater than what the silence tells you. Let's begin. Everywhere we go, we're surrounded by people, online and offline. But presence is not proximity. True connection requires more than closeness. It requires awareness, intention. We've learned to perform for each other. Smiles that don't reach the eyes. "I'm fine," spoken through gritted teeth. We've mastered the art of hiding in plain sight, but somewhere beneath the armor, we long for something else. To be seen, fully. To be heard, without correction. To belong, without needing to shrink. And yet, when this doesn't happen, we withdraw. Slowly, silently, until the world outside becomes a mirror of the world within. Distant, cold, unreachable. But here's the truth. The connection we seek begins not with others, but within ourselves. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a slow, deep breath. Feel the air enter your lungs. Invisible, effortless, essential. That breath connects you to life itself, to every being who has ever lived. Imagine for a moment that there is a golden thread running from your chest, outward into the world. It connects to the people you love, the strangers you pass, the ancestors who came before you, the unborn generations still to come. This thread is not imagined. It is real. It is empathy, memory, shared experience, the quiet understanding that we are all, in the end, seeking the same things: to be loved, to be safe, to be enough. You are already part of the human web. The illusion is not separation. The illusion is that you were ever disconnected. Still, let's not rush past the ache. There are real wounds here. Relationships lost, texts unanswered, friends who faded when you needed them most. It hurts, and you're allowed to say that. Sometimes it feels like no one understands, that your pain is uniquely yours. Too strange, too heavy, too much. But the paradox is this: the most personal stories are also the most universal. The sadness that visits you at night, it sat beside millions. The longing for closeness, it echoes in countless hearts. You are not broken. You are human. And humanity is not tidy. It's messy, uncertain, beautifully complicated. You may not feel connected, but connection has been finding you, quietly, all along. In the moment a stranger held a door for you without asking. In the way your dog leans into your touch, even on your worst days. In the song lyric that played just as you needed it. In the memory of someone who once looked you in the eye and said, "I'm here." These are not accidents. These are reminders. You are seen, often more than you realize. You are felt, even when no one says it out loud. You are part of something that doesn't need words to be real. Presence is the birthplace of connection. We spend so much time replaying the past or predicting the future. We forget the only moment connection can exist is now. Try this. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm. Feel your body remembering life, moment by moment. Now think of someone you love. Imagine sending them that same warmth, that same pulse, that same heartbeat of care. What if connection isn't about reaching out, but tuning in? What if love isn't always shown through words, but through attention? When you become present to yourself, you automatically become more open to others. You become someone who sees and is seen. Imagine a circle. You're standing just outside it, watching others laugh, speak, share. You think, "I don't belong there." But what if the circle was never closed? What if the only thing between you and belonging is permission? You don't have to earn connection by performing. You don't have to shrink yourself to fit. You just have to step in, as you are. And when you do, You widen the circle for someone else. Connection, like any relationship, needs tending. Here are a few simple, soulful practices. 1. Send a silent blessing. The next time you pass someone on the street, think, "May you be well." They'll never know, but you'll feel it. 2. Eye contact without agenda. Look someone in the eyes without needing anything in return, just to witness and be witnessed. 3. Digital fasting. Take moments away from the scroll and return to real presence. 4. Name your feelings. Naming is the first act of belonging. I feel lonely. I feel hopeful. Let your truth be known, even just to yourself. These are sacred acts, small threads that, woven together, create a net strong enough to catch anyone who falls. The stars don't compete. They shine together. Trees don't grow in isolation. Their roots intertwine. Even your breath has been shared by ancestors, trees, oceans. We are not alone. We never were. But to feel this truth, we must slow down. We must breathe. We must return to the inner space where connection was never lost, just forgotten. Let this meditation be your reminder. You belong. You are held. You are one thread in a vast, shimmering tapestry of life. If there is one thing to carry with you from this moment, let it be this. Loneliness is not a verdict. It is a doorway to curiosity, to tenderness, to remembering the web you were born into. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. Right now, somewhere in the world, someone else is breathing the same breath. Someone else feels what you feel. Someone else is waiting for connection too. Maybe that someone is watching this with you. Maybe it's the person beside you. Maybe it's you.